doubles matches as the teams pull apart.
Yeah.
But all right, we're gonna get into our next match. This is kind of like a bunch of big names up here. Guy Kazenoko, previously known as Zephyr in the last game, and obviously Coney and Logic both being people that a lot of Smashers are going to be familiar with.
Oh, I think that I think Olimar actually just grabbed Little Mac there while he was doing while Coney was doing the jab. It's actually pretty clever.
I think the current lineup is generally how they want it. At the very least, I think Olimar is probably the right guy they want to go to town with. He's just got a grab range that's very threatening to a character like Little Mac. You know, like kind of in the history of doubles, characters like Little Mac tend to be your big way to gain advantage. And the faster you take those stocks, the better your chance of winning are.
Yeah.
Coney is kind of going with a character that's really good for harassing and bothering, and I guess he can kind of like clean up a little bit too. The Incineroar is certainly really powerful, which kind of complements the well, I shouldn't even say compliments. It doubles down on what a Lil Mac is doing.
Yeah.
But as a result, they're not really good at tagging off between each other very frequently, I feel.
It's making a hard struggle for them against two characters that can basically space them out.
That said, it's still a relatively even match. Down one stock on the blue team, but KO Punch online, if that gets somewhere, we could see the match swinging very quickly. But as a result, Coney is just sitting on that platform. He's like, no thank you, sir. I don't want that KO Punch. Oh no, and he got grabbed by his teammate, lost the KO punch. All right, so kind of got to get in with some big KOs here. Oh, yep, down one more stock.
Use that up B too recklessly.
Man, has Coney ever left that platform? I have to wonder sometimes. Like,
rarely. He's just happy to just stay up there and just lob those little grenades.
That character's got excellent aerial drift, and they can just stay in the air for a very long time. If Logic's not in trouble down there, I think that's probably very reasonable. Occasionally he's coming in and pegging them with some ink, and then Logic's getting kind of the bigger damage. Olimar is certainly like not a weak character, especially when he's got a purple Pikmin on deck like he does now. Okay.
Nice.
All right, but he's got the KO punch online as well now. Big chance to turn it around if he can nail either of the team with that.
He almost got that down tilt into a KO punch on
Is that still a thing in this
Coney.
one?
It looked like it.
Losing the KO punch, though, that's a big blow. They kind of need that as a comeback power at this point.
Yeah.
Well, it's not possible. Losing another stock, that's getting pretty bad, though.
Yeah.
We got so we've got Guy coming in on his very last stock, fresh, and a pretty weakened Kazenoko trying to get back to stage. That's fine. Guy thought he was a little bit more in trouble than he is and ended up grabbing him, but he specifically did not do the side B follow-up that would have been a little bit more disadvantageous.
Yeah, definitely would say that that's actually really useful for helping recovery, because that failing lets him like easily recover. It's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Works out really well. Ooh, wow, that up smash.
All right, this is going to be their last KO punch, but couldn't even make it back to stage with it. Very scary place for him to be now. Oh, I didn't think that was going to snap.
Yeah, that actually was really impressive. Oh, I hear an empty tank. Go for that. Go for it. Go get that. Oh.
There we go. Yeah. Logic cleaning it out.
Yep.
I almost wonder if we're going to see a little bit of a character lineup. Both these characters just had really good space control overall. Logic was covering the ground very well with his Pikmin. You know, it's very hard to deal with a character that can grab you from the sheer range that Olimar can. And, you know, kind of in the air, Coney was just up there with a character. You know, Inkling is kind of interesting. Their aerial drift is maybe not the best in the game, but it kind of feels like he's right up there with Yoshi, where, you know, Inkling jumps, and he could be anywhere on the stage by the time he comes down.
Yeah, a lot of people have compared it to that I've seen play Inkling, because it's just like, you have that, you have the fact that a lot of their aerials have like a large amount of their body becoming invincible, so it's deceptive because you're thinking, oh man, you know, I'll just hit him because, you know, it's just a small little Inkling. No, like the forward air, no, don't even challenge that. I've tried to challenge that with characters like Ike and still lost.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I'm like concerned that like we're just going to see
nerfs. Right now the lineup is okay, but they're changing it up. So we're sticking with the Incineroar, but Kazenoko here switching to the Ridley. Still Team Big Boys, but...
Now Ridley could work because Ridley has that jab block that he can keep him in the jab, and then he could have his little Incineroar buddy line
right
up.
there.
Yeah, just like he was doing there.
Yeah.
And that's really good for Pikmin against the Pikmin because it's just going to eliminate them pretty quickly.
I would also say perhaps this stage layout is a little bit less conducive to what Coney was up to in the last match. Ooh, Coney accidentally, I think, got a buffered air dodge in that situation.
Ooh.
Maybe not expecting the side B option that he got. Maybe while he was in hit stun, he had that buffered. But taking a early stock loss from that, just going to kind of make up for it. But what I was trying to say is I think this platform layout may be a little less conducive to what Coney was up to in the last game, kind of just hanging out, willing to let Logic fight a lot of the hard fight on the ground.
Ooh, yeah, nice roller. Roller right into that forward smash.
Ooh. Man, that keeps covering below the ledge, too. Coney having a much harder time keeping his space out in this game. That said, I do have to wonder if it's the big shift in momentum that we kind of see is really more the effort behind Ridley, or their. Okay. All right, we got another stock loss. Okay. Coney lost that early stock, but it looks like we've brought it back to somewhere a little bit more even at this point.
Yeah, he should have just jumped far above Logic. Logic obviously had his number. Yeah, he keeps fishing for the side Bs. He needs to be a little bit more making them second guess it. Instead, oh, nice down air, nice.
And I see it now. They're trying to pass off Incineroar a little bit more often to Logic, who's certainly faster and has a lot more ability to threaten more ground space than Incineroar with his low speed can. Whereas Coney can harass a big boy character like Ridley much better from the air. Once they kind of passed off partners like that, it certainly turned the momentum around a little bit. All right, Ridley coming back to stage. All
yeah,
right,
fireball. He really, like, whenever his buddy is in front of him, he definitely should be firing that off. It would definitely help out. Yes.
The only reason I'm worried about that is that when we've talked about this character, Inkling, having a big aerial drift, if he's doing it from ground level on this stage, the weak point of that fireball launching attack can be exploited much more easily by a character like Inkling. Because if you do hit Ridley in the face while he is using that fireball, he is punished very hard for that mistake.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, looking. All right, he definitely wants to score this kill out on one of these characters now, because does not want to get teamed with a character that does not have the projectile presence. But there we go. Go straight into the purple Pikmin. He knew that was coming up, and we clean it out.
Yeah, definitely was a better match the second time around. They managed to really actually put a dent in them.
Taking a big swing early on. I think then they just kind of had to acclimate, slow it down a little bit. Coney got his feet back under him.